So you can, for example, you can just simply go to baby images. You can simply snip it from the internet, copy it, and then you can paste it. So it allows you to simply paste it as well. So once you click on the image, uh, you will have options around the images to either enlarge it or to reduce it, and also it comes with connectors. So once you click on the connector, it will ask you where to where the next block should be connected to. So in our particular image, in our particular block diagram, we have the initial one is the face of a baby, and then we need to add text just below it. So to add a text, just you can just simply click on solutions, and then in solutions you will have libraries. Now these are libraries which I have already installed. I will go over this once at the end. So here you can just search for it. Just type in text box, and then it will automatically show you samples. We click on libraries, and then you will have callouts, which type of particular text box that you want to use. You can select any one from this one. So for this one, I'll just be selecting the first one. So I have the rounded rectangle. So once I have placed it, I can just simply right click on it, and then, or I just simply double click on it to add text. So once I've double clicked on it, you can see that on the uh, around the text box, you can see that it is marking with T. So I'm just going to type in input image. So once that is done, you can align it. And if you want to add, if you want to emphasize on the text, what you can do is you can select the text. Just like in your Word document, you can just click on bold or underline, or select any other font of your choice. Let's say Times New Roman, and then it will be formatted automatically. And if the text box needs to be formatted, just simply select the text box, and on your right you will see here what type of borders, or what should be the thickness, or what color to be filled on the text box. Those can be selected. So here I'm just going to select and give it a color, and then I'm going to give the borders as red, and then I'm going to set the weight of the border to 10. So I'm just doing this so that you know how to work on this. So if you want to cast a shadow around this particular text box, you can do that as well. So this is with shadow. So this is the text box with shadow, and this is the text box without the shadow. No shadow. So I think you can see the difference. And also you can also uh, rotate the shadow around the particular text box. Like, see, initially it was to the right below, and now it is to the left. And if I want to rotate it, I can just bring it to the side, or to the top left, or top, or to the top right, anywhere I want it to. So I just have to simply click on it and then rotate it. So I think now you can see that the shadow is actually rotating around the text box. So I'm just going to leave it at the bottom. And once the text is typed in, we go for the next block. So our next block is full of a pre-processing, where you need to mark inside the images. So I'll just take the same image. You can just simply copy and paste it there, and we need to add these red dots. So you can just simply select an ellipse or a circle. I'm just gonna adjust this. bring it there, and then I'm going to fill that particular circle with red. So now we have added the features. So once you have just made a copy of a shape, once you've just created a shape, you can just simply copy it and paste it anywhere you want. So similarly, I've done this, and then we need face alignment on top and on the bottom. So for this, I'll just take a square, put it over the image, right click on it, and then object, and then you can click on just send to back. So that will bring the baby's image to the front. So just simply double click on the box to give it a text. So the text will be face alignment. So I'm just going to type in, so okay, this is a square, it is adjusting only in square. Let me just take a rectangle. So double click face and then alignment. So copy the same block, put it just below, double click and then type in ALI alignment. So if you want to remove this particular shapes, just simply select the text box and in line select type and then click on white color, so that will go away. So once you have made a particular block, if you don't want it to move it anywhere, if you want to group them together, just simply select them with your left click, right click on it, go to uh, lock. uh 1 minute. Go to object, and then you can just simply click on group. So once this is grouped, you can just simply drag the object. It will be a single object instead of three. So if you want to make any changes to this particular block, then for example, let's say that the red circles have moved from the baby's eyes and mouth. So you have to ungroup it first, and then you have to make the changes. So now once you have grouped it, you will have the option as ungroup. So I've now ungrouped. I'm just going to move the circles just over where required. Select the objects again, right click, go to object, and then click on group again. So now this will be a single object. So our second block is done, and then we have two blocks. One is illumination, pose, and then images with text. Illumination and then pose. So similarly, you can just simply copy this block, paste it there, and you can individually select each blocks that is needed. So in this case, we only require this particular block, which is an image with a text box at the bottom. So I'm just going to delete the face. So that gives me only two blocks. And then I'm going to repeat the same copy image, put it next. And then I'm going to click on the face, and then I'm going to expand it just over the images. So here we have normalization, and then we have elimination, and then pose. So I'm just going to double click on face. So it is not allowing me to do that. So I'm just going to ungroup it again. So now I can edit the face. So illumination, normalization, and here at the bottom, similarly I have to ungroup this particular block as well, and here I have to type in illumination and then pose. So this will be illumination, and then to the right, pose. So once the entire block is done, we need to put in the required images. So this is a grayscale and a color image. I'm just going to go to the internet and then make a grayscale and a color image. So I'll just take some images. So this is a grayscale image. I'm just going to simply delete this particular block, delete the shapes, paste it there, align it, just put it above the image, and then we need a pose. So for this pose, I'll be selecting another image. So this will be my pose image. Delete the block which is not required, copy and paste it there. So this is the pose image. So once everything is done, select all the blocks, right click, object, and then group it. So this will be a single block now. So now once that is done, we need to go over to the top and then we need to do the same images, which is 8 images, data augmentation and scaling rotation on top. Okay, so let me just, okay, so I need 8 images. I'll just take the same images. I'll just simply select the entire image because that will be much easier and it will save me time. Put it there on top. And then we need to add a text box at the top and at the bottom. Data augmentation and then scaling rotation colors. Okay, so take a rectangle, type in scaling rotation color, and at the bottom we need to give it data augmentation. So now we have data augmentation, scaling rotation and color. So we need to give it some space. So I'm just gonna move it up a top. And I'm gonna give the outline as white color. Border, give it as white. Similarly, border, set it to white. And I'll just select the object and then I'll group it. And then we have a line with a dotted appearance. So I'm just going to select an arrow. So I'm just going to select an arrow. So in this particular scenario, what I'm doing is I'm improvising it a little. So I'm just going to add the arrows directly which are available in concept draw. So you can align this arrow anywhere, any way you want. You can just drag it anywhere you want. So in order to make it look legible. So once the arrow marks are in place, once they are in place, we need to set them to, we need to change the appearance of the arrow to dotted lines. So here you will have a line option where you can set the dotted lines. In stroke, you have an option called as pattern, and then in pattern you can select any dotted lines that you want. See, now it is automatically changed to dotted lines. So third block is now done. And then over the second block, we have an entire square with dotted lines. So let's take a rounded square, put it over the image, right click, select object, and then send it to back. And then you can select the shape, go to pattern, and select the dotted lines. So now you have the same dotted lines which are available there in that paper here. So once everything is done, if you want to move it to any place, just simply select the entire objects and you can just simply drag it and then leave it anywhere you want. Then our next block is an arrow mark. I think we need to put this arrow mark, 2 arrow marks. So we can just simply type in arrows. So here you will have blocks raised. In this you can take this particular arrow that is required. Just simply double click on it. That will give you the available shapes in that particular block. It's not going into that. 1 minute. So once you have selected, I think the library was overlapped by the solution space. So once you select any block, here, you can see that the whatever shapes are present inside this particular block, they will be popped up here. So I'm just going to take this right arrow. So this is a 3D right arrow. Don't want that. Hmm. 3D arrows. Just select it, put it there where required, and then you can go to your right, and then you can select the color that needs to be filled for that particular arrow. Also, you can select a pattern for that particular arrow as well. Okay. So once that is done, you can just simply copy the arrow that we have made, and then we can put it in the next block. So next block is okay, full of images, full of square images. So if you want to make a data set to represent layers like this, it is much easier in concept draw. For example, let me take a baby's image. I'll just paste it there. And now we will be making the feature block, which is this one, the layers. To make a layer, simply search for a square, or yeah, simply search for a square blue, put it, copy the block, and then paste it continuously. So if you paste it continuously one over the other, it will automatically pop and show you a feature set. So once this is selected, select the entire data, go to borders, and then select line, and then give it any dark color. So once you do that, you will automatically have these features, layers. So here, see, we have now made a layer, and in this particular layer you can see that one is gray in color, light blue, and the other is dark blue. So if you want to change color, just simply select any one square, just give it a different color, and then it will automatically come there. So we have now made our layers. So after making our layers, we have different layers of different sizes. So since there is no space for me, I'm just going to move the entire block to the bottom. Okay. So now if I want to make a new layer, just simply select this particular feature, paste it to the next, and then select any one, and then give it a different color. Let's say brown it is. So now we have a brown data set. So give it a different color in between, just like that in the block diagram. And then you would have made the next particular layer. Similarly, you can do the other layers as well. So I'm just going to copy one particular square block, reduce its size, give it purple color, just copy and continuously paste. So this will be our new data set. This is the third one, and then the fourth one. So simply select one block, paste it. If you want to increase its size, increase its size. If you zoom in a bit, it will show you the size blocks. Once that is done, simply paste it. You now have your third data set, third layer. Just put it to the next, and to add square blocks, that is these rectangle blocks, you can just select just type in rectangle. So we have a rectangle blue. Just gonna reduce its size, rotate it, reduce its size again. So that is one rectangle, and then we have another rectangle just above. So this will be another rectangle there. So we have now made it, and now it is time for us to make this and map these features, that is the small blocks with cones. So that can be easily made. So similarly, take a rectangle. I'm going to convert it into a small square. So I'm going to fill it with no color, and then give it a border with black. So this will be my pattern. Select the object, click on object, and then give it center back. So there is an option called as no fill, or better you can use a text box. Just type in text box. You will get this. Or a category box. Okay. So I'm now selected a text box with multiple lines. So you can just simply make the square, just double click, type something. Uh, and then there should be an option called as no fill. In type select no fill. 1 minute. Let me just take a small square, do the same process again. In type select it as no fill, and in border give it black color and then increase its thickness. So dark. Pattern. Okay. I'm just gonna give it a dark color. So this is the dark color. Once that is formed, you can take a line. Just type in a line. We'll have a line coming up. Uh, or at the top, you will have these options like line drawing. So just simply select it, draw the line where it is required. So, and you just need to align the line after that. Right click object and then bring to front. Object, bring to front. It is connected to somewhere else. So now we have the feature set. So once the feature set is made, we can just simply select this particular uh, pieces that is required. So it is not selecting it as a single object. So I'm just gonna remove this particular, move this particular set someplace else. And then I'm gonna select this particular block, right click, go to object and then group. So once it is grouped, you can just simply select and paste it anywhere you want. So this was the first one, and then on top you have another. Copy it, paste it again, move it where required. Copy it, paste it again move it where required. Copy, paste it again, and then you can move it where it's required again. So once you have done that, you can see that the entire feature block has come up. And then you have arrows. Just type in arrow, and then you have an arrow coming up. Simply rotate it and then adjust its size and then leave it where required. So that will be the output. So after doing this, if you don't have any space, if you want to adjust anything, you can always select the objects that is needed and then you can just simply bring them close together. Once these objects are, once you have moved the objects, if you feel that anything is overlapping or if it's going, it is of higher shape, you can just always adjust them easily. Just simply select it. Just simply select the block that is required and then you can adjust them easily. There. Similarly for the other feature set, move it close. And you can leave it there. Or once everything is done, you can select everything, click on object, group it, and then you can minimize the whole as a single image. However, there are some variations to this particular object because it is not hung up on anywhere. So now we have made the baby image feature. So once done, right click, go to object and then group. So now you can move it as a single link block. So once that is done, so I'm just gonna add some labels on top of each of this block. So you can always take a text box and then place it there, double click on it and then type the required text. So this will be input image. So I'm just gonna bring it down, bring the next on top, that is C1 layer, C1 layer, and then we have P1, C2, P2, CNN. Then we have P1, then we have C2, then P2, then we have CNN. So now we have renamed the entire blocks. So if needed, we can also adjust this. So now I'm gonna select everything, right click, go to object, and then I'm gonna click on group. So this will remain as a single object. And when I move it, everything will move in uniform fashion. See, now I can reduce its size as well. Now I did reduce some block size so as to accommodate my block diagram. They can just add it next to my block diagram. So since we're short on time, I'm gonna stop it with this. And similarly, we can add other blocks as well. Not a problem. And once everything is done, you can just simply hit on Control A, hit Control C, go to your Word document. Then you can just simply paste it. So once you paste it, it will be pasted as an image. And when you expand the diagram, you can see that the image won't be pixelated. As in previous, in other softwares, when you try to expand a diagram, they will be pixelated, and also you can see that the text will not be represented clearly. Whereas in Concept Draw, it will be represented very clearly. So this is our original diagram which we created. So if you want to make any changes, you can have the system on and then you can change it here. So since I'm working on a trial version, I will not be able to save this particular file. For example, let's say I'm trying to save it. When I press on Control S, it shows me that my time period has expired and I will not be able to save it. So if you're going to work on a big diagram with more components, better to do it in one sitting, complete it entirely, and then paste it in Word and then save it. And if you want to add anything later to it, then you have to redraw the entire diagram again. So that is one drawback while working with the trial version. So you can get a trial version or you can buy this particular software. Just go to conceptdraw.com and then click on try it now, and then given your details, and then they will provide you a link where you can click on it, register with them, and then you will be prompted with a
I have
download
installed
link.
it, ma'am. This one, I have it.
Which one, madam?
Concept Draw, I already have installed it.
We have
I
already
had
installed it.
previously, but I haven't been explained briefly about this.
Okay. So one more thing, when you install Concept Draw is you will have these software also installed. That is Concept Draw Diagram, Mind Map, Project, Concept Draw
Yes,
Store.
I have all this, ma'am.
Okay. So once you have Concept Draw Store, you can just simply double click on it. That will show you the different icons that are available in Concept Draw. For example, if you want to let's say place a satellite, you don't have to necessarily draw the satellite. That satellite is already drawn by Concept Draw and it is given as a library file. So as you can see at the bottom, it is searching here. Since I have already installed all the available libraries which are provided by Concept Pro for free, I've already installed them. So that's why it takes a long time to search. So these are the different satellites that you can use, which are readily available in Concept Draw. You don't have to draw them. Or any other shapes, any biological parts like heart, eye, these are already available. For example, this is the heart, mm, and then the eye. So this is the eye. Similarly, for heart also there is a human heart which is available. I'll show you how to access them or how to find them. So when you open Concept Draw Store, you can click on this particular part, which is solutions. So once you click on solutions, now these are the different categories of solution that Concept Draw offers. So if you're going to work on, if your research area is on electric or fire and emergency plans or civil or mechanical, there is different solutions which are provided by Concept Draw Store. So you just have to find the related one. So for, let's say, I just click on electric and telecom plants, I can just go here, and at the bottom I can see a list of samples that are made. And if you are going to work on design elements, you can just simply click on them, and that design elements will be opened here in your concept dot diagram. So once you have this particular names of these particular symbols, you can just simply type it here. Let's say I'm just going to type in outdoor lighting. Outdoor, let's just say I just type in outdoor. So once I click on outdoor, you can see that the symbols are all automatically popping up here. So I can just use it directly into my diagrams. So if you want to know about any particular symbols diagram or any particular libraries shapes which are available in it, you can always preview them, double click on them. That will open up in concept draw where you can know the names of each symbols. So similarly for fire and emergency plans, you will have different symbols available. So these are the different symbols and their names. So these fire extinguishers, these are available as symbols. You can just directly grab it and then use it. Instead of drawing it each and every single part, you can just simply drag it and then use it. And moreover, if you are creative enough, you can also make your own shape in concept draw. So for example, if you are not satisfied with this particular fire extinguisher, and if you want to make your own fire extinguisher, you can do that. All you have to do is just split this particular fire extinguisher into symbols. For example, this particular fire extinguisher is made up of rectangle and triangles. Okay, so you just have to make small rectangles and triangles and group them together to make this fire extinguisher. So if you go to concept draw store, you can see a lot of symbols and plans are available. And there are some paid versions. So these are the paid versions. For example, cafe, restaurant, floor, these are all paid versions. That is why it is showing as buy, and I have not bought them. The other versions, however, here, these are all free. I've already installed them. If you are new to concept draw store, you will see that there will be a small button which will say as install. Let's see if there is anything. I think I've already installed everything that is needed. Mm, yes, I've already installed everything that is needed. So for those of you who are new to this, if you select a particular category, you will have a block called as, if you will have a button called as install. Once you click on that install button, you can go to your concept draw diagram, and then you can search for that particular library here. For example, let's say business process diagram. I'm going to search for business process diagram. Business, I just type in business. So it is now searching inside the installed solutions. And then it will show me the results. Moreover, once you open the solution space, you can see that the list of installed libraries will be present here. So these are the list of libraries that I've already installed. So once you expand them, once you click on them, you can see that the libraries and symbols and grids or whatever logos are supported under that particular library, they will be displayed here. And let me just clear the solution space. Just close the solutions, layers, pages, and libraries. Let me close entire concept draw, and then concept draw diagram. So new default. So I need to view the solution space. uh, yeah, okay, I need to add the solution space. No. So on top here you will have solutions. Once you click on it, you can see that these are the list of available solutions which I have already installed. So if you see a small rectangle, sorry, a small triangle, which it means that you have already installed this particular solution. If there is a new solution available, you will be seeing this particular icon with the download icon. So these are some solutions which I have not installed, and the rest of the solutions I have already installed. So if you click on business diagrams, it will automatically open up concept draw store. See, so since this is a paid version, I have not installed it. If it is a free version, you will have a button with install option here. You can just simply click on install and it will automatically install, and it will show you here as block diagrams. So once you click on it, you will have all the icons coming up. You can select it and then you can drop it there. Okay, so that is all for concept or diagram. That's it. Okay, madam.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay, madam. Okay, madam. We will end the class now. Okay. Hello.